That's not right. That is definitely not right. Wait a minute. Ooh, that's wrong. If I can find it, but I won't be finding it like right away for sure. Oh my god, was that horrible or what? And then I make whatever that mistake was somehow. Oh my god, that was horrible. Couldn't even save it. Still would have definitely lost time trying to get rid of that flea man, but couldn't even save the attempt, even if I really wanted it. I don't think I would have wanted to keep it. I would have just been curious to see what the split would have looked like after that, but now we'll never know. I guess it's for the better, because that split wasn't going to be good anyways after that first mistake. Twice as good as when I started 2 months ago at SCR. I mean, I can imagine that would be true. I mean, you definitely get good at playing ROM hacks if you just were able to beat Luigi's Adventure save stateless. Like, that definitely takes skill to do. Even the OSC version. That still definitely requires skill. Well, getting to kind of know the levels ahead of time also helps. Even if it's usually more fun to play stuff blind. Knowing what you're doing ahead of time certainly helps. Please die faster, Skull Knight. What was that? And I think I still split like maybe a bit early. Might be more like a 222.5. I still want to try this. I want to try, but I don't know. I found I got hard before that. World 6 was certainly challenging. Unless you're really used to ice physics. And also, sometimes having a hard time seeing what's actually killing you. In some levels it's thick snow, others it's just like snow in the background that obscures your vision. Sometimes it's the snow on the ground, sometimes it's the snow that's just in the background. Sometimes it's hard to see exactly what's killing you out there. Come on. If this is gonna get me through, then maybe this can work. We're gonna have to make do with that. Still could have been so much worse. Could have taken like a 4th hit and really had like no good shot at the stage 3, so we're just gonna have to roll with it. So I have to not screw up this screen again, otherwise really just no chance in hell. There we go, now we get it. Still feels like I could definitely have done this better so far. This could probably be about a second faster, now that I think about it. What is the bird doing? Fuck's sake. I thought that bird was just gonna get me again. I mean, he did kill me a few times, but it doesn't happen often, thankfully. At least doesn't happen too often. I mastered the controls, how to hold the jump to fall slower. Yeah, the controls are definitely a lot more complex than the Mario games before Super Mario World. Not just that, they're a lot better, too. There's definitely a lot more you can do with them, so yeah, of course they're more complex. So I need to just focus here to not mess up the Cyclops now. I really need to focus on this. Booyah, nailed it perfectly. Well, at least that's a very good stage 3 split. Still could have easily had at least, like, 3/4 of a second, like, faster than this. Maybe even 1 full second if, like, stage 1 just went absolutely perfectly. And 3 went, like, a bit better than it already did. So let's try our crazy jump again. And yes, I did actually make it more consistent. I understand it a lot better now than I used to, so let's just go for it again. See what I can do this time. I feel like this should work if I don't jump from too far back. Got it. Yes, I know you have to be, like, not too far back, and you can't go as soon as humanly possible, otherwise the Duron won't be far back enough and he'll just hit you and you'll eat pit. So you have to waste a couple of frames to set that up consistently. Yeah, I knew I was going to be able to do it. Considering I really understand how it works now. So that's about a second time save if it's done correctly, and if it's not, you just lose your entire run, basically. Whether or not you jump too early or too late, or miss one of those inputs during that whole trick there, then your run just dies. Either you miss the jump in the first place because you went too early, or you're too late and the Duron just hits you back into the pit. Either way, you fall off and you die. Let's just hope you don't lose a run to Medusa, though, even though happens pretty often because of just how tricky this is to not get hit and using only your stick. Got it! Got her anyways. Got Medusa. Wasn't so sure for a moment, but we still pulled through. Considering how two of the inputs to, like, attack the Medusa were kind of delayed. What would be B presses on a controller where, like, 2 of them were delayed. So I was feeling a little uncertain about that fight, but I still pulled through. And there's still a couple birds I need to not get completely screwed over by. And there's still 2 more on this next screen. And that was perfect. got exactly what I needed out of that screen. Now I just have to not choke these two bosses. The Medusa's honestly tougher in this route. So yeah, I'm definitely past the worst of it. I still need to kind of focus though, just in case. Just as the SNES, you can download IPS patches or BPS patches like you do for ROM hacks of Super Mario World. Basically, you still need to have like a copy of the original unmodified ROM file. Just like you would for patching Super Mario ROM hacks. So it's basically like that. Yeah, the process is just very similar. Even for like NES games, or ROM hacks of. Yeah, I kind of still should be focusing though on what I'm actually doing. Some people can probably talk while they're doing all the crazy tricks. I don't want to risk it. They can probably just keep a conversation going while doing like some of the craziest tricks in like their speed game. I wouldn't risk that though. Okay, nice, we just got rid of the bad drop. That's good. That's the easier pattern, but the slower one. That's much easier to set up. You get more time to think about how you want to place yourself to do the boost, but it's slower. And we just got rid of the drop recently, so I'm not going to kill any more guys. If I don't have to, I won't kill them. Because then I'll just be incrementing my enemy kill count again. Once that goes back above a certain threshold, I'll start seeing bad drops again, so I'll try to not kill too many. Okay. I'll just kill him anyways. I guess I'll get rid of that guy too. So essentially the power-ups are combined together. Let me guess, is it called the laser suit? Yeah, I'm referring to that really old Super Mario World hack video. Some people thought it was like the real game and a hidden secret that no one ever found. Laser suit power-up hidden in Super Mario World. I'm pretty sure everyone who's hacked Super Mario World, or at least has been doing so for a long time, probably has to know about the laser suit. Like, a lot of people have to have seen it. So, like, I can only imagine all the people that have been doing SMW hacking for a long time have to have come across that, like, at least once or twice. Man, this is still, like, a near-perfect run. I love it. Okay. Wow. How did I lose so much time here, even? I don't think I could have possibly lost, like, 1 second in Stage 5, so I don't know. Maybe because I dodged, like, all the fireballs in that vertical section in 5C. That might have something to do with it. Who knows? Alright, so we have an attempt here. We have one hell of an attempt already. Oh, the harder pattern with the other fishman. This is the tougher case scenario. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna struggle on these fishmen, aren't I? They're just gonna give me such a hard time. Okay, I thought it was gonna be even worse. Okay, I thought it was gonna get even worse. Might actually lose a bit more time. And I was already like a second behind on this stage in my world record. Because those fishmen were not making things easy for me whatsoever. Like, they were just really not giving me any good patterns. Like, I got way too many spawning in front of me. So it was just kind of hard to do anything without just getting knocked backwards. or spending too much time to just keep them off your back. Yeah, that's really not the kind of setup you want to have on 6B at all. That makes things much harder than they need to be, I'll admit. So I'm probably going to lose maybe a bit more time here, assuming the rest of the stage just goes as planned, which it could still possibly not. Well, at least the rest of that went perfectly. I mean, spamming the watch helps. Keeps Fishman off the screen for, like, pretty long time. Right, so what's our split gonna look like here? I broke even with a split that lost the same amount of time, basically. I broke even. Could have gotten some time back, but the Fishmen didn't want me to, so I broke even with my current world record. I'm still definitely ahead, though. Yeah, of course I played Jump. Not really looking at the chat much right now because reasons. I actually have a run I don't want to lose. And it's already made it like halfway through the game, so I really don't want to just blow this one. This one actually got far. Nice. This one actually made it pretty far. Just to make sure there's no bad drop there, I'm going to do that. Just to be safe from that. Booyah! Got it. Did I complete Jump? A couple years ago, yes I did. That's not that bad. Yes, I did beat Jump like a couple years back. Including, yeah, 1F8. Definitely the hardest level in there by like a landslide. Hell, the only reason I think I actually was able to do it is because it had so many checkpoints. Otherwise I would have given up on it like a long time ago. If it didn't have the checkpoints it has. Yeah, but each individual room is very short, and there are plenty of checkpoints between all the rooms. Yeah, Bowser's Castle is pretty interesting. Right, so let's just focus here. Oh, hey there, Patrick. You may have picked like a really good time to show up, by the way. Just saying. All depends on how well I can handle the rest of the run. But there's still Leviathan before this stage is over with. Alright, we got Leviathan. Thank God that's over. Okay, -4 going into stage 8. Going into the final 3 with a -4. This should be interesting. Though I had a really good final 3, so this should be interesting. Yeah, might as well do it when I'm actually waiting for the next boss to spawn, I guess. So I still need to keep cool here because even though this is one of the easier stages, still things can go wrong here. Things can still go wrong here if you're not careful or you're unlucky or whatever. So I still have to keep calm here. Okay. Nice. I like where this is going so far. The stage 8 is basically, like, perfect so far, but there's still the death fight. Only really tricky thing to do in this stage I can think of is probably the death fight, and maybe getting around some of those axe farmers in the room before 8-3. Yeah, aside from those guys, like, the only thing you'll probably really struggle with is death. No, haven't gotten around to it. Have you? So I think the only thing I'm really worried about right now is the death fight. At this point, up until stage 9 hits, of course. And there goes death. Holy crap, there goes death. Not quite sure where I lost time here, though, but still. Alright, stage 9, please behave. If stage 9 behaves, there's a very good shot we have a world record. Another world record, to be specific. Stage 9 has to behave, though. And there's just so much RNG in it, so I don't know. Yeah, even this could go really wrong. But so far, it's looking good. That's one major obstacle out of the way. There's still a couple more before we can say we're home free, though. Okay, this looks really lucky already. I'll just do that quickly. Haven't even ever tried, like, the Japanese Luigi's Adventure yet, so I can't really say. Okay, it's just gonna be birds for the most part that we have to worry about now. Now I can just relax up until the birds hit, once we get to the ice spell. I mean, depends on what your ultimate goal and jump is, to get the Bowser's Castle or go for 100%. I'd say, like, just beating Bowser's Castle is probably, like, easier than beating OSC's Bowser's Castle, but if you want to get 100%, it's a lot harder than OSC. If you want to go for a 100%. Yeah, not only that, you also get Shattered Dreams to play. And ironically, a bunch of Morceau's rooms and Shattered Dreams are easier than some of the other rooms you can opt to play. In an ironic twist, that's pretty much the case. Alright, birds, come on, please be nice. I want to have another shot of the world record here. This could be, like, the first ever sub 2750 on this category. Give me a chance, birds, please. Oh my god, did this? Oh my god, it actually clipped. Okay, that was scary. That was really scary indeed. That barely clipped. That looked like it could have possibly not clipped for a second there. I wasn't so sure. Okay. Stage A is all execution. I didn't practice it. I didn't practice it, though, but... Well, I practiced it, but not just, like, before starting any runs, so let's see. I didn't think we'd get here in, like, the next stream, but hey. I didn't think we'd get here on world record pace so soon. I was totally wrong about that. I wouldn't say jump's a troll hack for me. Ooh, okay. Trying to make sure these Medusas don't just flank me at the last possible moment. I'd hate to lose a run to that now. Especially, like, world record pace, because this is world record pace indeed. I would hate to lose that to Medusas now, after everything else. So now I basically have a couple more jumps to do and then just Dracula. And if I do it all correctly, we'll have the sub 2750 right here. 24. So significantly older. And I'm willing to bet most of the people that do speedrun these games are probably even older than me. Probably because the NES is like an old console. And it was just kind of unlikely I'd end up with it as a kid, and not like something else like GameCube instead. Granted, I did have a GameCube, but still. Also had an NES for my grandma. Oh my god. It's over. It's basically dead. It's basically dead at this point, guys. It's basically over. It's over. It's basically done. That was an exciting run. I did not think it was going to come this soon, but here we are. I think it's safe to say we can put this one behind us. 27:47. My only real significant time loss had to have been stage 6 because of a fishman pushing me back. And did you see that bird skip? I just got it. I just got the stage 9 bird skip. If that second bird would have been any lower, I think this run would have been null and void. It was just so close with that bird skip. It barely happened. Yeah, not to mention my stage 1 still could have been a bit better. We could have been maybe looking at a 27:46 or 45 at the very best. Probably closer to a 27:45. It could probably go lower than that, but that would be absolute murder to just push it below 45. So yeah, what was the world record before I just entered the fray at 27:55? Alright, now this is one for history. 27:47. All this time I thought it was never gonna happen. Turns out I just needed to take a long break from this game, like almost a month's break. Then, like 4 streams later, it just happens. Alright, so I think it's safe to say I can just put this behind me forever. Also, let me quickly look at something for my sum of best. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to take this time off the screen. I want to look at my sum of best quickly. I think I still have that stage A sum of best. Yeah, I still have one that had the ice drop in there. Probably later today, yes. Yeah, I still have a sum of best segment. I still have best segment for stage A that includes the lucky ice drop that normally does not happen, so if I remove that from my best segment time, then our best segments are pretty much like a 27:37 or a 27:38. So I'm like not even 10 seconds off of my sum of best segments. And this is a run with a pretty visible time loss in stage 6.